Good morning, and sorry about the lighting. So if I look really terrible, it's because of the lighting. I'm actually doing quite well. Thank you very much. Thanks for asking. Okay, so boy, the past week or so has been kind of mind-boggling in terms of how much stuff was going on and the intensity of the stuff that was going on and the healing work I was doing with others and the amount of energy that was coming in and going off to bring energy to other locations in time and space. It was outside of what was my current level of understanding of what was possible. It just kind of blew whatever constructs, whatever limitations I had. They needed to at least expand to handle what was happening. And so today I was feeling like, today's a white mirror day. So when I look at my glasses and they're reflecting, something in front of me, and then the camera is, filming what's behind. So what's ahead, what's behind, it's all now. So past, present, future, it's all now. It always probably has been now, but now we're recognizing it. So I had the intuition, so I've been feeling even a bit more intuitive. So I had the intuition today that all we needed was one card. And I believe, I can't even remember what, I did a Celtic cross reading yesterday, which was just, the thing I remember most was valor. I loved getting the card of valor. I can't even remember what card that is. It might have been a wand, might have been the 7 of wands, but anyway, I just remember the word and the feeling, valor, that just made me feel so good inside, right in the center of my chest. So today I said, oh, okay, so I got an intuition that I was just supposed to pull one card for the world, so I just pulled one card, and I'm pretty sure that it might be the one card, the card that I pulled for the top of the Celtic cross yesterday when I asked for a message from the higher worlds. But now that I'm holding this up and looking at it, I remember actually what the card we got. So I don't know how many cards there are in a tarot deck. I'm saying there's maybe 78, maybe 80 something. I could look. I'm not going to. There's just a lot of them. Let's just say it's around 80. If it's 78, that's around 80. Let's just say it's 80 cards. And 2 days ago, I got the card from the higher realm, and it was card number 1, the Magician. And then yesterday, I pulled the card, the gift from the higher realm, and it actually was card number 2, the High Priestess. Then today, I got that I only needed to pull one card because it was going to represent the consciousness, the one consciousness. And so I got this card, the Empress, which was, I thought was the card we got yesterday, but yesterday was the High Priestess. So today we get the Empress. So the Trump, Major Arcana Trump cards go 0, which is the Fool, and then it goes 1, the Magician. I'm learning this stuff as I go. 1, the Magician, 2, the High Priestess, 3, the Empress. So our message today is from the Empress. This just goes this way sometimes. Okay. So this is This is some words from Scott Peck in The Road Less Traveled. Love is the will to extend oneself for the purpose of nurturing one's own or another's spiritual growth. I'm going to be watching this video later and just take that in deeper, but currently I took that in very deep. The Empress is the principle of love with wisdom. She is a symbol of humankind's ability to extend love and to receive love. The Greeks referred to this symbol as Demeter, the Earth Mother. Mythically, this archetype is also seen as Venus, the goddess of love, beauty, and creative power. In Jungian psychology, I'm reading 2 books. One, the first chapter was written by Jung, and the other one is Shimoda Bolin about the gods in every man, and she was a Jungian psychiatrist, medical doctor with psychiatric training, who was a Jungian analyst who wrote this book in 1989 that I just purchased and have been reading about the gods in every man. She wrote a book about the goddess in every woman, but this is, the sequel. So here we go. In Jungian psychology, she is the anima, the feminine nature, the Venus. Behind the Empress, the moon shines through the veils that fall from her crown. The moon is the Western symbol for feminine, magnetic nature. She is the goddess principle, or what the Orientals, and this is, from 1989. I think since then we're supposed to say Asians, so I'm going to go ahead and say Asians. I don't even know if that even feels right, but I'm going to say it anyway. Orientals/Asians. No, I think we're talking about the Orient, so I'm going to leave it at Orient. My apologies if it's my bad, but I'm just going to leave it with, when it says Orientals, I'm going to say Orientals, and this is no diss towards anybody of Asian heritage. So she is the goddess principle, or what the Orientals would refer to as the power of yin energy. The Empress holds the blue lotus blossom of wisdom as a reminder that when we approach life from an attitude of love combined with wisdom, we will resist the need to overgive or push to make things happen emotionally, nor will we protect or hold ourselves back emotionally. The Empress represents the trusting, balanced heart rather than the controlling, protective heart. She gives in equal proportion to her capacity to receive and is as comfortable in receiving love as she is in extending love. In her right hand, she holds the lotus blossom with its 4 points, which indicate her capacity to give mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually as appropriate. And she holds her left arm in a curved position as a symbol of her willingness to receive that which is extended towards her in a loving and wise way. The Empress illustrates the healing power of love that is nurturing, comforting, and supportive. She and you notice there isn't the word "and controlling" in there, that it's only nurturing, comforting, and supportive. Could be compassionate. She reminds us that love with wisdom is the capacity to nurture and support ourselves in equal proportion to how we nurture and support others. The Empress is the principle of love with wisdom, the Earth Mother. Lastly, I think I'm just going to leave it like that. And lastly, I've been working energetically with 3 different women. Things came to a close, this morning. All the energy was cleared in all 3 fields. One of the fields that I was working with had to do with rising blood pressure. The individuals blood pressure, which is going up, going up, going up, to what might be considered a dangerous height. I don't give medical advice. I can, you know, if somebody says to me, are you going to have the latest drug that will keep you safe and is effective? And I may say, no, I'm not considering doing that. I'm considering it, but I'm pretty well considered it, and I'm not going to do it. And they say, why? And I say, because it doesn't seem like a good idea. And so that's it. You know, it's not medical advice. It's like, how am I taking care of myself with my intuition? If my intuition goes like that, I go, okay. And that is, I think that is the sign of protection in the runes. I should look up what that is. That is a rune, and I should look up. Matter of fact, I'm going to. I'll be right back. This, you know, I'm doing really good on this video, so I'm just going to go ahead and look at this because it seems like it's useful. And so 8, 9, 10. So it's number 10 in this book, and this is the book I'm using. Kim, maybe Farnell runes. Yeah, Kim Farnell. And so, and this is the symbol that I was just making, which is called Natis, which is, the origin is that it's one of the shaping powers that forms the fates of the world and humanity. It is associated with the Nornir, who are the shapers. Natis means need. And this is a rune that represents the desire that drives us to obtain that which we want. It is strongly associated with sexual desire in addition to the desire to attain or achieve. When directed, it can be creative and procreative, but when misused, can be a force for destruction. That's the whole thing on thought forms. How clear are you in your mind and your heart? And what is the balance between your mind and your heart and your actions in terms of what thought forms are you creating and taking action on those thought forms? The positive interpretation, which is the angle that I held the cross in this, for this, is the positive interpretation is this rune has a meaning that vacillates between assistance and the need to survive. Working hard and making an effort will offer a solution to your difficulties at this time, although Natis can signal hardships and great challenges. And I've been noticing this myself personally. I mean, I'm still laughing, but I've been noticing it's been a bit of a stretch. Natis encourages you to concentrate on what is essential and on those things that truly need to be done rather than to procrastinate or concern yourself with inessentials. It may be interpreted as a power source, or perhaps as poverty and desperate need. Often it foretells hard work and a period of endurance. That's enough of that. But we're aware things are changing. We're aware that, you know, gas prices have gone up, food prices have gone up, everything prices have gone up. It's possibly a bit more of a challenge to live the life that we were living before. There are changes in that life that are taking place, some of which might be causing our blood pressure to go up. And that's not a thought form. I'm not suggesting this to you. If anything, I'm suggesting to you that you have the blood pressure that comes from your connection with your deep self by stating, I connect with my deep self and I discover that place, that flowing river of peace that runs up and down inside my spine, inside my cerebral spinal fluid. That cerebral spinal fluid motion that goes all the way up and all the way down, and all the way up and all the way down, and brings that peace that passes all understanding. So it's been a very exciting morning. Blood pressure's down, healing is happening. The 3 healing fields were closed after Friday, Saturday, Sunday, after 3 days. There was one that was 7 days. That was post safe and effective. And that one took 7 days to actually resolve the energetics of all that confusion that went on in the body past safe and effective. So anyway, most of the times the sessions last an hour to an hour and a half. Once in a while they last a little longer. Sometimes, and interesting, today in the lunar calendar is lunar day 3, which is electric, lunar electric day. Today, in the Mayan calendar, is a white electric mirror day. And I wasn't feeling like I could actually bring my brain together to focus, to get anything done. And yet now I feel like I've made the 2 videos that needed to be made while wearing the shirt that my grandson sent to me, which is a tree and a disc golf basket, and the moon in the background. I mean, that looks like the moon. It's probably the top of the basket, but that right there. But it looks like the moon. And it's lunar electric day 3. White mirror. If you look at it out there and you see that it needs to change, then there's no sense shaving the mirror. It takes no hair off your face. You got to do the work here. Then the world changes. Yeah, you can go ahead and try to change the world. You got to change the world, got to change the world, got to change the world. No, actually, if you change, the world will change for you. That's enough for now. It's been a pleasure being with you, and now must go.